Alright guys, back here for part 2 with more articulation. And as you can tell, he's standing on one foot. So that's a good thing. Anyway, back to the foot. The articulation is amazing. Let's see if I can get this on camera where I don't think you're going to be able to see it. The leg, arm will go back into place. Which is nice. Very, very nice details. To the chest, it can go forwards, backwards. Here, hold on. I am just going to do this the simple way. Wow, that didn't work out. The chest can go forwards, quite a bit, backwards, side to side, and I can't do 360, so I can only go like that far. The cockpit piece does open, which y'all probably have seen if you watched part 1. Because I showed Kigali Zala, Kigali, not Zala, or I don't know. No, not Zala. Let's see if I can show the head. The head goes forwards, backwards, and I believe, yeah, easily can do 360 without the backpack on. Shoulders can move up, or shoulder armor can move up and down, but it's really tough to move. It just really is. It has this little piece here that opens up, and then also has that so that you can show the detail work underneath it. Then the arm can spin 360, which just came off because I already cut the joint, so it can do that. It has a really interesting setup because it has a joint here and a joint here, which gives it the ability to, hold on, see if I can get it so y'all can see it. That's as far as the first joint will go. The second joint will take over and go all the way up to the point where it can touch its own shoulder. Or, if you wanted to, you can make it so it's like scratching his head if you wanted to, or you can make it so he can go all the way back and pick up a beam saber. Which, I guess that's the drawback to it when you cut the joint. The arm, which I'm probably going to get a lot of nasty comments saying, why did you do that? But I'm the type of person, I don't play with my kids. I build them, and then put them on the shelf usually. So yeah. The other shoulder is the exact same. I'm not going to go ahead and go in the specifications on that, just because y'all probably don't really want to see the same stuff over again. Part 2 is weaponry. The first weapon we will go over, let me put this guy back there. Actually, no, before I go into weaponry, I will do a size comparison between the Stike Rouge and the Master Grade 1/100 scaled RX-78/2 prototype module one. Which, if you look, they're the exact same height. Surprisingly, it looks almost as if the Stike Rouge's frame is built from the same frame as RX-78, which it might be, but it isn't. RX-78/2 has no real frame at all. No frame, actually. It has no frame at all. It's just a high grade, I think, to my own point. Except for the fact that I think what makes it a master grade is it has a core fighter. So I'll go ahead and put that back. And now I will compare him to the master grade volcanic double Aquana, which is quite a bit taller, actually. About a good inch. And for width-wise, forgot to compare him. Double Aquana is 2 times as thick. Not even including his shield, which is massive already. Height, yeah, double Aquana is quite a bit bigger. Also, I want to recommend, if you have not seen that kit or any of my videos that I talk about in this, go check it out. Here's the RX-78 with comparison, which actually I'm going to have to spin him and turn him this way since the shield is in the way. The RX-78 isn't much. Well, yeah, he's wider just because he has this on. Without a backpack though, Stike Rouge is pretty thin. A lot thinner. But when it has a strike pack on, nothing is going to get as big as that, except for the Freedom, I think. We'll compare it to this too. This is the 1/100 scaled Curious Gundam, which is another custom. Go check that out if you haven't seen it. He's really wide and tall. He towers over all of the kits, even Master Grade, and except for my Freedom Gundam. He won't ever tower over Freedom. At 160 is scaled. Compare him to 1/144 scaled head Smoltron, and he's big for a 1/144 scaled. I mean, he's massive compared to normal 1/144s, and he's not that tall. Double Aquana is just, well, micro-sized compared to 1/100 scale. That's another one people should check out. Every Gundam here, I have a review for, and I mean all of them. So, anyway, even the Big Zom, which is over there, and that's 1/550 at scale. Anyway, back to it. Accessories, what you will get with this kit. You will get a Kigali figure, which is not painted. 2 beams, which the beam sabers will be part of part 3, because that's part of the weaponry, or not weaponry, but their part 3 is just one part of it by itself. Here's the beam rifle. I did not do any panel lining on any of this kit because the clear just looked awesome. Weaponry, very nice for this kit. Gun's nice. Of course, with that metallic color, you can see there's swirls in it, but that's not that big of a deal to me. The shield looks really nice. My Dryon decal, whatever, I forgot how you call it. Yeah, destroyed. Oh, this is what I meant by nub marks. Clear nub marks are terrible to a certain point because they don't clean that well. Clear plastic is very fragile. That's why this is one of those kits, if you build, do not play with it because he breaks pretty easily. The shield's awesome. I love the color scheme for this guy, especially that black, clear black, red, and pink. This looks good. Then you also get the flight pack, which will be that's just going to be part 3 itself. And then you also get its own stand. Well, anyway, oh, the other weapon I forgot to talk about was, hold on, let me get that out. This guy has some really cool weaponry, especially these, because these are my favorite out of all of the weapons he has. And that is the Blade Sniders, which just are awesome because they're clear. And he has 2 of them, which I will go ahead and pull these out just to show y'all. Let's see, bend his hands in so it looks like he's holding them. I forgot to actually talk about this. The hands for this guy are pretty decent. I'm quite surprised, actually. I was wondering how decent the hands were going to be, you know, on this kit, because the Master Grade Double Aquana, my hands are giving me a pain. I can't pull any stands or any stances at all, which really hurts me because I was going to enter it into a competition, but with no stand detail work, I can't. But the hands on this guy are just amazing. They're just really thick. So that's with the 2 Sniders on there. So look forward to part 3, because part 3 will just be the flight pack, because there's so much for it. And final thoughts and reviews will be in part 3, so definitely check that out. Thanks guys for watching. Check out my videos.